I'm Shivam. I'm 8 years old. I'm studying in 3rd standard Matru Blind School. I like puzzles. I make shapes like house, square, fish and play with my friends.
Hi, my name is Muthamma Acharya. I head PR and CSR for Robert Bosch Engineering and Business Solutions. Why did we support SRMAB? This was a blind school in which we were very active, but on an ad hoc basis. We wanted to give them something more permanent, but in the play area. So we got in touch with Kilikili. We had heard of them from different NGO organizations. And we asked them, can you create a special project for us where the visually impaired child can play in the outdoors but still doesn't feel that the equipment is not made for him. The equipment is made so that it uses the other senses other than vision. You get to feel things, you get to hear things. Therefore, Kilikili customized a project for visually impaired children. There were a lot of discussions back and forth. They worked with some fabulous agencies who created special equipment for children. And this project was implemented at SRMAB. The feedback we got from the children was absolutely amazing. The children refused to get off the play equipment, and we felt there was a lot of life learning happening at these playgrounds. With the success and feedback we got from this project, it was not difficult to support Kilikili's second project, which was at the Matru school.
With the visually challenged, the whole issue we looked at was how can learning be done with play and how it can be interesting. And it was also an exercise for ourselves. So the first one at Raman Maharshi was more of something we learned by doing. And that's at Matru, it was an adaptation within the space and also how it can be part of the school's curriculum. So the installations at Raman Maharshi School are threefold. One is for physical stimulation, one for the hand and brain coordination, and third one is an oral stimulation.
We got an idea that we can use brain. That is a unique thing, and the braille with the student, even the common people can understand that. Because the parents and the visitors, they don't know braille. So to introduce them, as well as the students can play, we put the English alphabet with the braille, plus some motifs of interest with that. And we did not put it in a similar ABCD kind. We make it like a puzzle. So at one time they are touching A, the next time they are touching D. So they will have some little confusion, and then they will find B in some other places, so it will be a game for them.
We always give priority for the children to play, either indoor game or outdoor game. But unfortunately we don't have sufficient space for our children to play outdoor games, but also indoor games. But within the limited space, Kilikili organization, it's really even wonderful work.
There is a magnetic board, that is a metal board, and there are some wooden object that is called a tanagram, a Chinese game. So when you take that block and go to the metal sheet, so it will catch because there is a magnet, and they can create variety of forms with that those wooden blocks. And then next to it, both the sides, there is tic-tac-toe game, that is a cross and circle. So two children can together play that game. And the other role that is quite liked by the students plus teacher, that is rope and bolts. There is hundreds of bolts. It's a very long, 22 feet long and 7 feet height. And the bolts are in the same position. Everyone in each square feet there are bolts. And the ropes are very stretchable kind. So there are two hooks both the end. So in one bolt they can put one hook, and then they can crisscross and make a variety of design and tie it in another bolt. And a group of children, they can make a beautiful working mural kind. That was the idea behind it.
They can make hundreds of design in that. While the children, while they're pulling the thread, it will give lot of exercise with the finger. The Kilikili organization would have thought about the play, but as an institution head, I always think it's an exercise. It is giving exercise for the children, and they can write the braille in a good sense, because the braille writing is not so easy. They have to exercise, like some pressure on the finger, and they have to write. And also Kilikili has made other item that is on the wall. They have made embossing of that many pictures like the tap, the cat, dog, or something like that. Where the children, it's in the braille as well as the normal letter also, and also Kannada letters A, I, E, E. Where the small children, while going to the room, the classroom, they'll touch and feel. They try to read it. T, A, tap, C, A, cat, something like that. And they'll try to join the words, like sometimes they'll read it. And they also touch and feel how the tap, how the cat, how the flower, whatever it may be, what they've done. This is, it gives lot of exercise for the children, and also they'll enjoy.
So at Matru we have two more equipments. One is two gas cylinders placed at right angles to each other. One of them rotates too, which when you hit with a wooden mallet makes musical sound. And the other one is a new equipment which hasn't been used very much anywhere else. It's been designed by an organization called Swaram in Auroville, Pondicherry. So it's made of stone, where you have 8 cuts, and after wetting your hand slightly, you move the hands over it in a manner, and you would hear the musical notes.
Singing stone is a very interesting instrument. The first time I saw the singing stone, I was really in love with that instrument, because I was so fascinated with the fact that a simple stone cut in slices and polished can actually create such a amazing sound. And after that, after practicing a little bit, it's not just about the sound, but also the vibrations of the stone is so strong that it's quite powerful. Like it makes you want to go closer to the stone and feel the vibrations. The idea behind it was so that, it takes a while for the children to get used to it, but once the children can actually start playing it and stuff, it's first like the sound and also the feeling of the vibrations. It's two, three senses working, because they can't see, all their other senses are heightened. So this could be a really powerful tool for just to listen and play some. It's not about music, but it's more about meditational vibrations and stuff.
See, the things are really good, but some of the things are turning very easily because there are children. say the sound ball items we had around 12 to 13 items which was placed in the back and it was hung, and some of them with the shells and other things. But what happened due to the curiosity and while playing and because due to this rain and sun, they all gone out. They are all torn.
We also had put in a set of bells which as expected, and I think it's perfectly fine, the children overused it. But what the lesson here is that there is a big need for these things, and probably we have to expect that things will get spoiled in a nice sense, vandalized. But if you keep on putting it, introducing these, they become a part of one's life, and it will not be vandalized and it will be used because the whole need for it will be satisfied.
I want other institutions to adopt these kinds of play equipments within the schools. As I've seen, some institution will have the space, some institution will not have space for the children to play. So this is a very good idea where within the building, using the wall, available walls, they can create these play items and they can make the children to play.
Personally for me, learning from Matru's, this space design, I designed even part of the school, but this space design has been that architecture should be a lot more friendlier and fun. And it is possible and it doesn't cost very much. And these things need not be limited to a space which is only for education like Matru School or something, but it can happen anywhere and everywhere. And
We would love to extend our support to all kinds of schools who want to make a more inclusive playground. On the other hand, we would also love to increase our reach to municipal parks, BBMP parks, public parks, so that children of all ability are able to come together to play.
one of the learning has been that how more textural or oral systems can be there. Right now we are so much more in the world which is just visual. Either we're reading it again visual or we are watching it on a screen. But there are so many other senses, how much more one can use them.
ರಾಮಚರಿತೆ ಹೇಳುವ ಕೇಳು ಕಾಡಿನ ಜನರೇ ಮುದದಿಂದ ಧರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಧರ್ಮವು ಕ್ಷೀಣಿಸುತ್ತಿರಲು ಧರ್ಮ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆಯ ನೆಪದಿಂದ ಧರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಧರ್ಮವು ಕ್ಷೀಣಿಸುತ್ತಿರಲು ಧರ್ಮ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಹಾವೀರ